Welcome to our video tutorial. In this video, I am going to show you how to apply a group policy object on OU level, that is organizational unit level. There are many GPO settings that can be applied like CMD hiding, control panel settings and so on. But today in this video, I am going to apply a group policy setting that is to deny the access to all the removable storage like pen drive, hard disks and so on. So some of the prerequisites to perform the group policy object on OU level is that we need to have number one, Windows Server 2012 R2 installed in the system, and second, we need to have a configured Active Directory domain services with all the necessary settings. So before applying the group policy object on the OU, we have to create a user inside the organizational unit, that is OU, so that later when we apply the group policy object on OU, objects inside the OU, that is user and computer, will get affected by the GPO setting that we have defined. So now I am going to create a user before applying the GPO setting. So go to server manager. So open the server manager. Meanwhile the server manager will get load. So we need get loaded. From the menu, select the tool, go down and select Active Directory, users and computer, click on it. And now you have the Active Directory, users and computer console. In the left hand side pane of the Active Directory, users and computer console, we have our domain, that is genek.com. This domain genek.com is created during the installation of the Active Directory domain services. Thereby we have to provide our genek.com as a domain name. So this is our domain name that is created during the installation of Active Directory domain services. So expand our domain, that is genek.com. So under our domain we have many options. So we have to select the computers. Why do we have to select the computers? This is because later we are going to apply the group policy on computer configurations. That's why we have to apply we have to create a user inside the computer. So right click on the computer and select new, go down and click on user. So this is new object user dialog box, whereby we have to provide all the necessary information about the user that we are going to create inside the computer, so that later we can apply GPO settings on the computer. So we have to provide the name Kinle. So we have to also give the user login name Kinle. So click on next, and here we have to provide a password, or we have to give a password. And we have to confirm the password. Okay, from the options we have to select the password never expires. So click on that checkbox and then click read this message and click OK, and then click next and then click finish. So now we have created a user inside the OU. Okay, you can close this. So now we are going to create a group policy object. So from the menu, click on tools, go down and select the group policy management, click on it, and now you have the group policy management console. So in the left hand side we have our forest. So this is our forest also created during the installation of Active Directory domain services. So expand the forest, that is genek.com. So inside the forest we have a domain, so expand the domains. So name of our domain is genek.com, as I've already explained while creating the user. So now you can select the domain, that is genek.com, which was set during the installation process of Active Directory domain services. So you can select the genek.com domain and right click on the domain name. So select the create a GPO in this domain and link it here. So you can click on it and you will have a new GPO dialog box will appear, whereby you need to provide the name for the GPO. So deny, remove, removable, access storage is our GPO name, and in the source starter GPO you don't have to give anything. Straight away you can click on OK. And now you have to expand your domain, and under your domain you have your defined GPO here. So you can select that and click on. You can select and you can right click and you can edit. So this is a group policy management editor console. So in the left hand side of the group policy management editor you have computer configurations and user configurations. Under the computer configurations you have a policy options and preference options, and similarly under user configuration you have policies and preference. So if you apply a group policy on a computer configuration, all the computers under the OU will get affected with that defined GPO, and if you apply a GPO on a user configurations, all the users in the organizational unit will get affected with the GPO. So in this video we are going to apply a group policy object that is to deny the access to removable storage on the computer configurations. So expand the policy, and then under policy you have three settings like software settings, Windows settings, and administrative templates. Slide it over here for convenience, and then expand the administrative templates, and you go down. There's various options, so go down and select your system and expand it. And under system you have also different options, so you can go down until you find removable storage access. So you can select the removable storage access. So in the right hand side pane of the group policy management editor console you have a different type of settings under the removable storage access. So you can select the all removable storage classes and then right click on it and click edit. So this is all removable storage classes deny all access interface or console. So there are three options: not configured, enabled, and disabled. So you have to check the enabled. If you disable this policy setting, no access is allowed to any removable storage classes, and if you disable or do not configure this policy setting, write and read access are allowed to all the removable storage classes. And now we have to click on apply and click OK. So you can now close the group policy management editor, and you can select the defined GPO and then click OK. So here you have to add a user. You can click on add, and then you can type the name of the user. You can check name, and you have checked the name, and you can click on OK. So user has been added. So here you have to enforce the GPO. Therefore you can right click on the defined GPO and then click on enforced. Now your GPO has been set, and now you can verify the result. Okay, now we are inside the domain computer, and we have login as user key inside the domain computer. Since the user key is created inside the OU, that is D2CHN, and that OU D2CHN is under a domain called genic.com. So now we are going to see whether the applied GPO, that is removable storage access denying, is successful or not. So before verifying that, first we need to update the group policy in the client computer. So to do so, we have to run the cmd, and the cmd console appears. So inside the cmd you have to type gp update /force to update the defined GPO. So the policy is in the process of updating. Since we have applied the group policy on user configuration level, therefore the computer configuration level updating will not be successful because the policy has been updated or applied on the user level or user configurations. So see, computer policy could not be updated successfully. The following errors were encountered. It's okay, fine. But here user policy update was completed successfully. So now we are going to check. Okay, close. So previously all the removable storage were able to access, but now we are going to see, or we are going to check whether the removable storage device are accessible or inaccessible after applying the group policy object, that is denying the removable storage access. So it will, our group applied group policy object will only restrict the access to the removable devices, so others like inbuilt storage will be accessible. See here. So now we are going to check on this removable drive, that is drive H, and here the location is not available, and here drive H is not accessible, that is access denied. So which indicates that our GPO is successfully applied. Thank you.